Welcome back sa Fundamentals of Accountancy, Business and Management Part 2 class. Ako pa rin ang inyong guro, Romualdo Fernandez Credo. So tayo ay nasa Financial Statement Analysis na. So kung kayo ay handa na, paki-ready na ang papel at ballpen para sa inyong notes. So let's start. Naririto ang milk ng Financial Statement Analysis. Chapter 5. Pero activity sheet number 4 pa lang kasi pinagsama na natin sa activity sheet yung cash flow at saka statement of financial position. So number 1, define the measurement levels, namely liquidity, solvency, stability, and profitability. Number 2, perform vertical and horizontal analysis of financial statement. And compute and interpret financial ratios. Let's define financial statement analysis or FS analysis. It is the process of evaluating risks, performance, financial health, and prospect of a business by subjecting financial statement data to computational and analytical techniques with the objective of making economic decisions. So, ang purpose ng pag-analyze natin ng financial statement is for us to be able to make a good or sound economic decision. So of course, yung decision na yon ay of course para sa business. So, yung mga option ba na ginagawa natin pag nagde-decide tayo o na pinipili natin pag nagde-decide tayo sa business is good or bad. So, paano mo madidetermine yon? Through the help of financial statement. So, hindi lang enough yung financial statement at face value, dapat i-analyze mo yon. I-analyze mo yung mga elements, tapos compare mo yung mga related items doon sa mga financial statement for you to get a better view doon sa status ng business. So, ganun pa rin. Ang purpose is for decision making. So, ito yung common techniques na ginagamit natin sa FS analysis. So we have, number 1 is horizontal analysis. We also have vertical analysis. And then, yung ratio analysis. So yan, dyan magre-revolve yung discussion natin for today. Horizontal, vertical, and financial ratio. So let's go over one by one. Horizontal analysis. Horizontal analysis is also called trend analysis. So this is a technique for evaluating financial statement data over a period of time with the purpose of determining the increase or decrease that has taken place. So basically, ang gagawin mo lang dito kapag ikaw ay nagkakandak ng horizontal analysis is you compare yung current data doon sa previous period. Kasi nga, i-determine mo lang yung increase or decrease. So, isusubtract mo lang, pag tumaas, ibig sabihin, nag-increase siya, and pag bumaba, ibig sabihin, nag-decrease. And then, kukunin mo lang yung percentage of change. So, yung increase or decrease, i-divide mo sa base year. Ang base year natin, yung magiging divisor natin, yung pang-divide natin dun sa increase or decrease. So meaning, hindi mo magagawa yung horizontal analysis kapag ang financial statement ay, ang cover lang niya ay 1 year. Or ka-open pa lang ng business. Kasi nga, kailangan mo ng prior period para makagawa ng horizontal analysis. At the minimum ay 2 years na comparative financial statement para may maging base year ka. So kung ka-ooperate lang ng business, syempre wala pang comparison. So hindi ka makakagawa ng horizontal analysis. All line items in the FS may be subjected to horizontal analysis. So, gagawin mo yun sa lahat ng line doon sa financial statement. Kukunin mo yung increase and decrease and then kukunin mo yung equivalent in percentage. So, ang formula natin is una, kukunin mo muna yung change, yung amount ng change or yung peso change. So, kukunin mo yung balance sa current year, kung magkano yung amount niya this year, tapos isusubtract mo yung last year, balance in prior year. So, ang sagot dyan, ang difference dyan is either increase or decrease or pwede namang hindi nagkaroon ng change. So, zero siya. So, ulitin natin. Kukunin mo yung peso change or yung amount ng change doon sa account na yon. So, yung amount this year o yung latest na year, tapos isusubtract mo yung amount last year or yung may mas naunang year. And then, so yun yung isang step pa lang. Another is, kukunin mo nga yung percentage, equivalent percentage nung change na yon. So, para makuha yung percentage of change, yung difference ng sinabi natin kanina or yung balance of the current year minus balance in the prior year, i-divide mo lang yung difference na yon ng balance of the prior year. So, ganun lang. Subtract and then i-divide mo yung change. Ulitin natin. Ang divisor natin, minsan may nalilito kasi. Ang divisor natin is yung mas maagang taon. Yun yung ating magiging base year. So, for example, ang kino-compare mo ay 2014 saka 2015. So, ang base year mo ay 2014. Yun ang magiging divisor mo. So, mayroon tayong example dito para makuha yung peso change niya. For example, this year, merong 250,000 yung cash, kunwari cash. And then, yung last year balance ng cash account ay 175. So, 250 minus 175 last year. So, ang percentage of change is 75. Positive. Kasi nag-increase. Mas mataas yung 250 kumpara sa 175. And then, para makuha yung percentage of change, yung 75 or 250 minus 175 divided by yung amount ng account dun sa base year, which is 175 yung last year. So, 75 divided by 175 is 42.86%. Of course, pag dinivide mo yung 75, pag kinuha mo yung quotient ng 75 over 175, of course, ang lalabas ay decimal pala. So, i-convert mo na lang siya. Kasi ang kailangan natin ay percentage. So, i-convert mo na lang yung decimal to percentage. So, move to decimal places. So, i-maintain na lang natin yung dalawang decimal places para sa mga percentage of change natin. So, ganyan lang kadali. Kaya nga lang, medyo matrabaho kasi gagawin mo yan lahat sa lahat ng account. So, magpakita tayo ng sample ng financial statement na nagkaroon na mayroong horizontal analysis sa next slide. Ito na, yung sample balance sheet or statement of financial position na prepare at in-analyze using yung horizontal analysis. So sabi natin kanina, at the very least, kailangan mo ng comparative, yung mayroong 2 periods. Kasi kailangan mong ma-determine yung yung change, yung pagbabago dun sa account na yon, di ba? So hindi mo makukuha yung pagbabago kung isang period lang ang involved. For example, kung 27 lang, saan mo kukunin yung change, di ba? So dapat at the very least meron kang comparative financial statement na 2 ang period. Kasi pwede namang comparative na 3 or 5 years, etc. etc. So, of course, may heading pa rin yan. Yung heading, huwag yung kakalilimutan, standard yon. Yan. So, ang inanalyze ay comparative balance sheet or statement of statement of financial position rather. So, ganun lang. So, dun sa financial statement, magdadagdag ka lang ng 2 column para sa increase or decrease in amount at saka in percentage, no? So, sa regular financial statement, syempre ang nakikita lang ay yung amount. Kunwari, kung comparative yan, yung 2007 saka 2008 lang. Pero, kapag inanalyze mo na yan during yung horizontal analysis, magdadagdag ka nga ng column for increase or decrease. So, ang i-explain lang natin yung una na lang. Yung sa current assets, for example, dun sa asset section ng balance sheet. So, kinuha yung increase dahil nung 2017, 533,000. Tapos noong 2018, 550,000 na siya. So, nag-increase siya ng 17,000. So, to get yung percentage naman, 17,000 divided by 533,000 equals, yan, converted na yan, 3.2%. Okay, dun sa next item, dun sa balance sheet, sige, 2. So, from nung 2007, 177,500, naging 95,000 na lang yung long-term investment niya. So, nag-decrease siya ng 82,500. So, pag-decrease, syempre, pakilagyan ng parenthesis para ibig sabihin negative. So, negative din yung kanyang percentage. 82,500 negative divided by 177,500, yung amount ng base year equals 46.5. So, ibig sabihin, almost 50%. Kasi 46 malapit na sa 50, di ba? Almost 50% ang binaba ng long-term investment, which is hindi maganda. Yung 17 naman, parang medyo malaki yung amount, tapos 17 lang ang increase. So, parang nakukulangan din ako dun sa current asset. Bakit ang liit nung in-increase 3% na? So, parang ganun yung ating decision making kapag gagawa tayo ng horizontal analysis. So, let's move dun sa next slide para naman sa income statement. Vertical analysis na pala to. So, nawala yung example natin sa income statement, pero ganun pa rin yung gagawin naman, di ba? So, isusubtract mo lang, and then, pag nakuha mo na yung increase or decrease, i-divide mo lang per item ulit. Lahat ng amounts doon, gagawan mo ng increase, decrease, column, at saka yung percentage of increase at saka decrease. So, let's move to vertical analysis na. Sorry for that. Nawala kasi. Hindi ko na ibabalik since nagre-record na ako. Kasi madali lang naman. Same procedure naman. Vertical analysis, also called common size statement. So kung kanina, yung horizontal ang tawag ay trend analysis. So ito namang vertical analysis ay common size financial statement. It is a technique that expresses each financial item as a percentage of base amount. So, ang kaibahan nito, Ang gagawin mo, instead na amounts ang ilalagay, i-convert mo lang yung mga amounts na yun sa percentage. So, unlike yung kanina, increase, decrease, isusubtract mo. Ito, kukunin mo yung percentage ng each amount. Siyempre, may basis tayo. So, ang basis natin for statement of financial position daw, ang basis natin or ang divisor natin para makuha yung percentage is yung total assets. So, ayun. So, syempre may heading pa rin ito. Don't forget yung heading niya. So, for example, ito yung statement of financial position ng company. So, mayroon siyang cash na 200,000. So, paano natin kukunin yung percentage ng 200,000? So, kukunin daw natin yung percentage niya nung cash. So, sabi nga natin, kailangan na, para makuha natin yung percentage, may basis dapat, may divisor tayo. So, for statement of financial position or balance sheet, ang divisor natin, ang basis natin ay total assets. Para sa assets. So, makukuha natin yung percentage ng cash, 200 divided by 1.4 million. So, 14.3%. Ulitin natin, pag kinumpute mo yan, ang makukuha mong amount is ang makukuha mong figure is in decimal rather, no? So, yung 14.3% converted na yon. So, just move to decimal places para yung decimal mo ay ma-change to percentage. Again, sa accounts receivable, ganun din ang gagawin natin para makuha yung percentage niya. So, i-divide lang natin 400 divided by 1.4 and so on. So, kung dito naman tayo sa liability and equity, ang divisor din natin is yung total liability and equity, yung total amount. So, sa accounts payable naman, 300 divided by 1.4 equals 21.4. Notes payable, 400. So, kukunin natin yung percentage niya. So, kukonvert lang natin lahat sa percentage. 400 divided by 1.4 is 28.6. So, ganuin mo lang lahat yun. Kunin lahat ng item sa statement of financial position, kukunin mo lang yung equivalent percent niya. Paano mo makukuha yung equivalent percentage niya? Siyempre, i-divide mo ng total. Kung ano yung total nila. For statement of comprehensive income naman, same procedure pa rin. So, kukunin pa rin natin yung equivalent percentage ng mga amount doon sa statement of comprehensive income. Kaso, unlike sa statement of financial position or balance sheet na nasa baba yung base natin, which is yung total asset sa asset and sa equity, liability and equity, yung total liability and equity, which is the same naman sa total assets, no? So, yun ang base natin. Pero dito sa statement of comprehensive income, ang magiging basis daw natin is yung net sales. So, ang magiging formula natin, yung balance ng account doon sa income statement divided by total sales or total net sales. So, ganun din ang procedure. Di-divide mo lang lahat ng amount, tapos hindi lang nilagay dyan, pero dapat may percentage din yung sales, which is 100%. 1 or 100%, no? So, 900 divided by 900 is of course 100%. And then, yung cost of goods sold, 400 divided by 900 equals 44.4%. Gross profit, 500,000. Kasi, 900 minus 400 equals gross profit na 500,000. So, 500,000 divided by 900 is 55.5% and so on. So, ganun ang mangyayari sa ating statement of comprehensive income. So, kung i-analyze natin, 33% na percentage ng net income sa net sales, medyo mataas na yun, medyo okay na yan. 33% ang natira dun sa revenues mo. So, yung iba, parang mga 67% napunta sa cost and expenses mo. Well, hindi naman na mababa yun, no? Pero hindi ka naman kasi talaga kikita unless mag-spend ka. So, kailangan mo din talagang mag-spend. So, large portion talaga ng iyong revenue ay mapupunta sa cost and expenses. Now, let's move to ratio analysis. Ratio analysis expresses the relationship among selected items of the financial data. The relationship expressed in terms of percentage, rate, or a simple proportion. So, ang makukuha natin dito, percentage or rate or proportion ng mga accounts dun sa kanilang related items. A financial ratio is composed of a number of numerator and denominator. So, parang may numerator and denominator in order to get yung ratio natin. So, yung ratio can be grouped into three special categories, namely profitability, efficiency, and financial health. Illustrate yung first profitability ratio. But first, let us understand what is profitability ratio. Profitability ratio measures the ability of the company to generate income from the use of its assets and invested capital as well as control its costs. So, yun ang makukuha mong information sa profitability ratio. So, gaano ka-efficient yung company sa pag-generate ng income using its assets and capital na in-invest ng mga may-ari. Of course, pag sinabi nating profitability, it has something to do with o may direct relationship yan sa controlling of cost, no? Pag kinontrol mo yung cost and expenses mo, it has a direct effect to profitability. It has a direct link sa ating profitability. So, ito yung ating examples. Pakitignan na lang. Ay yung ating mga given sa pakipicturean na lang para makita sa susunod na illustrations natin ng mga ratios. Kasi ito yung mga assumption na gagamitin natin. Yung mga balances ng mga account na ito. So, it is a mix of balance sheet at saka income statement account. So, yan yung gagamitin natin to illustrate yung ratio analysis. So, ito, yung mga tinatawag nating profitability ratio, gross profit margin, operating income margin, net profit margin, return on assets, return on equity. So, may formula naman siya. So, you have to memorize na lang yung formula. And then, pag alam niyo yung formula, isa-substitute mo yung naman dun sa mga amounts na pinakita natin last time. So, for example, yung gross profit margin, ang formula niya is gross profit divided by net sales. So, 500 divided by 900. So, kukunin mo lang yung data, yung 500,000 saka 900,000 galing dun sa pinakita ko kaninang data, yung pinapicturean ko. Ayan. So, 55.56%. So, operating income divided by net sales. So, ang net sales pa rin natin is 900,000. So, yung mababago lang ay yung operating income. Yung 300,000. So, yung nasa baba yan ng income statement kanina. Diba? Nasa baba, Operating income, 300,000 after ng operating expenses. Net profit margin, net income divided by net sales. So, 280 divided by 900,000. Ito, medyo mayroon tayong twist kasi yung formula, ang sabi niya may average assets. So, net income, parehas pa rin, 280, and average assets. Ang average assets kasi is yung last year saka this year divided by 2 kapag dalawang period lang. Pero pag 3, di syempre, divided by 3, parang ganun, kung 3 years yung binigay na average asset. Pero usually, 2 taon lang yan. Pag sa ratio analysis, usually, 2 lang. 2 taon lang. So, yun ang i-average mo. Beginning plus end divided by 2. So, for example, yung total assets last year is 1.5 million. Yung total assets this year is 2 million. So, i-add mo lang yung dalawa divided by 2. Makukuha mo yung average. So, ganun lang yung computation ng average. So, net income divided by average assets. So, yan na yun. And then, ang formula din ng return on equity, net income divided by average equity. So, ganun din ang gagawin mo. So, same pa rin yung numerator. Yung net income is 280. Average equity, ganun pa rin. Magkano ang equity last year? Magkano ang owner's equity this year? So, add mo lang, divide by 2 to get the average. So, usually yung average kasi, yung average na yan, ginagamit yan kapag ang nasa formula ay combination ng income statement at saka balance sheet or statement of financial position account. So, napansin nyo yung dalawa, yung net income kasi is income statement. Yung asset ay sa balance sheet or statement of financial position. So, since income statement or statement of comprehensive income at saka statement of financial position or balance sheet ang involved, so you have to get yung average. Unlike yung tatlong nasa taas, lahat ng nasa formula nila ay income statement account or statement of comprehensive income. That's why yung denominator, hindi na siya ina-average. Operational efficiency ratio. It measures the ability of the company to utilize of assets. So, gaano ba sila ka-effective sa paggamit ng assets? Yung paggamit ba nila ng assets ay nag-translate sa generation ng revenue. And yung generation ng revenue nagta-translate sa pag-generate ng enough cash para gamitin sa operation ng business. So, ganun pa rin. May mga formula pa rin tayo para sa operational efficiency ratio. So, ang operational efficiency ratio ay turnover ratio, fixed assets turnover ratio, inventory turnover, accounts receivable turnover, at saka number of days in accounts receivable. So, dito, hindi na percentage ang hinahanap natin. Ratio na siya. So, hindi mo na siya i-convert to percentage. So, for example, yung asset turnover ratio, ang formula niya is net sales divided by average assets. So, alam mo na ibig sabihin ng average, no? You have to add yung for example, yung assets for last year saka this year divided by 2 para makuha naman yung kanyang average. Ayun. Pero pag, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, kapag isang period lang ang involved, wala kang magagawa. You have to use yung amount ng total assets dun sa period lang yun. Then, fixed assets turnover, we have net sales pa rin. Ang numerator, ang denominator mo is average fixed asset. So, ganun pa rin. Fixed assets last year, saka fixed assets this year, i-add mo divided by 2. Kung comparative yung binigay. Pero pag hindi, you have to use na lang yung kung ano yung nandun sa financial statement. Kung isang period lang, yun na yun. Next, inventory turnover. We have cost of goods sold. yung current year ng cost of goods sold. Pero yung inventory, i-average mo. So, you have to add ulit yung inventory last year saka inventory this year divided by 2 to get yung amount na inventory. Then, days in inventory, 365 divided by inventory turnover. So, ang inventory turnover na compute sa taas kanina. So, di-divide mo lang yun sa 365. So, which is 101.39. Accounts receivable turnover, net sales divided by average accounts receivable. So, ang gagamitin mo palang amount dito, in general, is yung current year. Saka mo lang gagamitin yung amounts ng last year kung average. Sa average, kasi kailangan sila yung tulad yan, accounts receivable this year, saka accounts receivable last year divided by 2 para makuha yung average accounts receivable. Pero yung net sales, yung divisor mo, hindi naman siya average. So, ibig sabihin yan yung current year. Days in accounts receivable, 365 divided by average receivable turnover, which is yung na-compute sa taas kanina na 2.25. So, paki-memorize na lang yung mga formula. Ang problema lang dito is i-memorize mo yung formula, pero madali lang naman kasi isa-substitute mo lang yung mga amounts doon sa financial statement dito sa formula. Last, which is yung financial health ratio. So, financial health ratio looks into the company's solvency and liquidity ratio. So, ito naman ang ginagawa natin kapag nasa financial health ratio tayo. Tinitingnan natin yung liquidity, which is the ability to pay yung currently maturing obligation, while yung solvency, yung ability to pay pa rin ng obligation pero yung long term. So, para sa solvency, we have yung debt to equity, that is total debt divided by equity. We also have debt ratio, total debt divided by total assets, equity ratio, total equity divided by total assets, interest coverage ratio, operating income divided by interest expense. So, ang ibig sabihin yan, how many times mo ba kayang kitain yung iyong interest? And then, sa liquidity, we have current ratio, current assets divided by current liabilities lang naman. And yung quick ratio, quick assets divided by divided by current liability. Ulitin natin, quick assets divided by current liability. So, ano ang difference ng current assets sa quick assets? So, hindi kasama ang prepaid expenses, including supplies at saka yung inventories. Kasi yung prepaid expenses, including supplies, ay hindi madaling may convert into cash. Katulad na rin ng inventory kasi ibebenta mo pa yan. So, excluded sila sa quick ratio. So, yun. Sa substitute mo lang naman yun. Titignan mo lang sa ating given kanina, di ba? Yung pinapicturean ko. Yan. Divide lang naman. So, kayang-kaya nyo na yan. So, this is the end of the slide. Thank you very much. Please do yung mga activities dun sa ating activity sheet number 004. And don't forget yung inyong performance tasks. You have to download a financial statement, or kung wala kayong internet, you can look for a sample financial statement sa mga written materials such as book, newspaper, magazines, etc. etc. Kung wala pa rin, pwede kayong gumawa na lang ng sarili ninyong financial statement. Mag-assume na lang kayo ng amount. And then, gawa ng vertical and horizontal analysis. So, pwedeng isulat sa papel, pwedeng computerized, pwedeng soft copy using yung different presentations na kaya nyong gawin. So, thank you very much and God bless.